What happens to the music during a car crash?
Does it stop? Or does it just...
Zombie apocalypse.
If I had a nickel for every time a raccoon shot a police officer on my property, I would have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
I just watched this back and realized I said a raccoon shot a police officer instead of a police officer shot a raccoon.
I found a ruler on the sink in my son's bathroom. 15 minutes after I found the ruler, I knocked on his bedroom door because that is how long it had taken me to stop laughing. I actually knocked with the ruler. I was just like, tick, 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 tick. And he goes, yeah? And I go, hey man, I found the ruler in your bathroom. And he goes, what about, and then, no! That's what he yelled. This kid was so embarrassed, he started 2 sentences, bailed on both of them, and then fell off a cliff. So I go, hey, what was going on in the bathroom with the ruler? 30 seconds passes and he finally yells through the door, I was doing math while I was pooping. That's what he yelled at me, aggressively. Like it was my fault. I stumbled upon this ruler in my home. I said, was the answer 4, 5, or 6?
It's no secret that I love treasure, and I love to collect treasure. Treasure that sometimes seems worthless, or maybe even a little weird. For example, I love to collect rocks, and seashells, vintage photographs, and human teeth. Last night as I was looking at all of my treasure, I truly had an epiphany. You see, individually these meaningless objects don't have much of an impact, but if I were to combine them, God, the possibilities are limitless. For example, what if I took this antique chocolate box and filled it with this woman's wedding day photo, maybe a lock of human hair, or a couple of seashells, the coordinates to the Bermuda Triangle, and maybe a healthy sprinkling of teeth. Now we have a story. Now we have a mystery. I could bury this box in a shallow grave in the woods, or leave it at a random booth in an antique mall and just ruin someone's life with the series of unanswered questions that this box contains, and I think that's really beautiful.
Why can't Little Nas give a lap dance to Satan? Where in the Bible does it say you can only throw it back on the Lord? I'll wait. Also, hypothetically, if God sent you from heaven to hell, but the way he sent you down there was by forcing you to slide down a 20-mile long pole, you're telling me you're not gonna do any tricks on the way down? Look, I'm not a pole dancer or anything, but if I had to slide down a pole that long, I guarantee you by the time I hit the bottom, I would be a fucking professional.
Hey, what's that kid's deal over there? Huh? Oh, that's the PK kid. Yeah. Oh, he's a pastor's kid? I was a pastor's kid. No. What? He's not a pastor's kid? No, he's the predator's kid. The predator's kid? What the fuck is that? You know that old guy that lives in the corner? Yeah, that's his kid. Huh. I didn't know he had children. No, he doesn't, but he called dibs on that one. So, oh!
Excuse me, would you rather date a guy who wears skinny jeans or no-show socks? Yeah.
Good answer. You guys, I have a question. What's up? Yeah. Would you kiss your cousin if he was hot enough? No. Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me, what's the biggest turnoff in a girl? Yeah. What do you not like?
Oh, true.
What's your biggest turn off for a guy?
Blondes.
Excuse me. Would you date me? 100%. Sick.
Wait. Excuse me, mister. Excuse me, would you date a theater boy? Huh? Would you date a theater boy? Yeah, I know.
Bro, why the fuck are you so sexy, bro?
Whatever, man. This is the last one. Let's drink it.
Drink it?
Yeah.
I don't drink.
Just drink the fucking bottle, man.
Yes, Your Honor, I do find it an irresponsible tragedy that there is not one dinosaur-themed chiropractic office named Thoracic Park. It's a missed opportunity and a crime! And with that, the defense rests!
Tell me you're not that handy without telling me you're not that handy.
Watch, I'm coming to try to fuck you up. What are you gonna do, sis? You gonna try and stab me through the phone? I've done it before, it didn't work. I'm telling you, watch. Listen, bitch, brush your teeth because I can smell your shit through the phone. Fuck you, asshole. How's that for customer service? Well, when I said have a nice day, I meant to put have a nice day.
No talking, no laughing, only Lil Jon ad-libs.
Yeah.
What's like the worst coincidence that's ever occurred in your entire life? I'll tell you mine, here we go. Back in high school, I tweeted this picture of fire and captioned it, "You guys will understand this tomorrow," with the intention of tweeting the next morning, "Hey, did you see my tweet last night? It was fire." I'm fucking hilarious. I thought nothing of it at the time, so I just went to bed. The next morning I woke up, I wasn't feeling well, so I stayed home from school. Then I started getting calls and texts from all my friends asking if I did it. And I'm like, what I do? And they're like, "Did you fucking set this school on fire?" I'm like, what? They're like, "We're all outside right now because the fire alarms are going off, and you tweeted that picture of fire last night saying, 'You guys will understand this tomorrow,' so did you do it?" I'm like, "Bitch, I'm not even at school." So I'm starting to shit my pants. I'm like, well, fuck, do people think I set the school on fire? Then the school calls me, and I'm so sorry, but I need a part two. Part two of the bad coincidence. So the school calls my dad and is like, "Hey, your son home?" And he's like, yeah, he's standing right next to me, because I told him, I'm like, "Hey, the school's gonna be calling you probably. They think I set the school on fire or something." And they're like, "Do you mind coming in with your son?" And so we go into school. I mean, I wasn't feeling good, but like we went anyway. We get to the school, and the school police are there at the door to escort me to the dean's office. I walk in the dean's office, and the whole crew is there. Principal, vice principal, dean, everyone you could think of, and 2 cops. They got 2 open chairs for me and my dad. They point to it, they're like, "Sit down." I sit down, and then they slide a printed out picture of my tweet right across the table, like a little interrogation. And they're like, "You want to explain this?" Fuck me, I'm gonna need a part 3, I'm so sorry. Part 3. So I had to sit there and try to explain to a bunch of 4-year-olds how what I tweeted was a joke, which means I had to explain that fire was used as slang rather than literal fire, but also literal fire. Point is, it was very difficult, and because I never tweeted the second part of the joke before all this happened, it wasn't looking good for me. Trying to explain that took around 20 minutes. Finally, one of the younger cops kind of understood what I was doing, but that didn't explain why the fire alarms were going off. So they were still suspicious. But while I'm being interrogated, one of the custodians comes in and calls my principal out. Principal comes back in about 2 minutes later, is like, "Hey, you're free to go." I'm like, "What?" Principal then explains that there was dust in the vents, which caused the fire alarms to go off multiple times. Dust in the vents. So basically, I almost got arrested for arson because my school is too fucking musty to clean their vents. The end. Thank you for coming.
Zombie apocalypse.